YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever social media platform that you're viewing this on. We love you and we say thank you. So I couldn't sleep this morning, so I literally got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to work on more of the calculator. I want to make this a shorter video, so I think shorter videos get people's attention span. So let's get to it. And so this is where we're at right now. This is actually in prod app.profitdreamer.com. So we've actually pushed it out there. Um, got this all the way merged up to master. And so what we've changed is um, we've added this periods left on your loan functionality. In a previous video, I said someone had told me, what if I have a $250,000 loan? My original loan was 30 years and my interest rate is 2.75. Now, they got this loan probably 20 years ago, well, let's say 10 years ago. And so they want to be able to put in, well, how much do I have left on the loan? What period's left on your loan? And I'm still not sure about this text, so we're going to work on that. And so now I'm going to put in, I have, let's say I have 20 years left, and I have $100 as my extra payment. You can also put months in here. And so we're going to calculate our results. And now when we go to view our full payment schedule, we can see now that for the first 10 years, which should be 120 months, right? Right here, we're not making any extra payments because those periods have already passed. Now we're starting now to make $100. And so that was a feature that Paul told me I needed. Mr. Paul, I love you, Paul. That's why it's important to get feedback. And so when I did that, that created a bunch of challenges for me. First of all, and I may be wrong, and I'm probably going to get some feedback, and we're going to fix it. If I have a 30 loan, if my original loan was 30 years, and so I might want to change this label to original loan length or something like that. I did try to put some tool tips here. And so that's all stuff we got to figure out. So I'm showing you the ugly warts, but I thought it better to get it out there and get some feedback. It's better to experiment, figure out what's wrong, and then fix it afterwards. So if I'm telling you my loan when I first closed was 30 years, and then I come over here and put 31 years, well, I can't do that because your periods left exceeds your loan length. So I've added that ability. And so if I put in 30 here, it should do it. But if I put in 1 month here, it's periods left exceed loan length. And maybe that needs to be a better message. We'll get that all figured out over time. And so if I now come here and put 31, I had to make it so if you come up here and change it, it takes it away. I also had to make it so if you don't put anything, it tells you, hey, year or month is required. So that took a little validation where I had to validate two controls with well, actually three controls because this and this all affects this. And I might do a video on how you create another form group and add validation for just this form group here. That's more of a technical thing. And so we got that done. And so now we're putting it out there and we're looking for feedback because I wasn't really sure if I wanted to make these horizontal. And the reason why I made them horizontal because it just kind of make more sense. If you're saying, hey, I have 25 years and 6 months left. It made sense that this was horizontal on this line. It did make this box here wider, and I kind of not wider, but more taller. And so, that kind of concerns me because on a phone, I want you to see this calculate results button. I don't want you to have to scroll. So let's show you what I mean here. More tools, developer tools, and you see now my calculate button is off there. And so I might work on making this more compact. I could make this smaller. There's some space in here, but I don't know how much time I want to spend doing that because someone's going to come and say, hey, why don't you add this other input box? And then all my efforts are wasted. So I don't know if this scrolling is an issue. It just may be a thing that Michael prefers. I like when I see calculators that I see this calculate button. But we'll worry about that at another time. Let's close that. So let me kind of show you my thought process on my workflow. So this is where I'm at. All this yellow means this is done. And I'm telling myself, you must be in prod. So we are in prod right now. And so this is done. Make it responsive for years and month input. That's done. Um, Make it plain somehow how you enter links of loans versus periods left. That was me saying, explain that for people who don't understand it. And we'll have to figure that out, what the right verbiage for that is. So I'm going to wait for some feedback. My next major release, I think, is going to be adding Angular high charts. And so I want to be able to add some charts. Let's just go to high charts. Okay, so I want to be able to add, obviously, some charts like this. And I've used this product before. And so we're going to evaluate if high charts is what we want to use. The only reason why I'm picking this is because I have another app where I've already used high charts. And for the sake of time, I will be able to just copy that code and get this done quickly. I'm really not sure if high charts is what I can use because right now I'm not sure I can afford whatever they want. Now I'm non-commercial, so they'll let me use it for free, I believe. But in the future, if this is something that I'm going to take commercial and make money on, I'll have to reevaluate if I can spend $535 or whatever it is. And that's just the cost of doing business. But here's my thought process on that. Don't worry about it. It's not an issue now. Worry about it when you have that problem. And so another thing I want to show you is kind of how I test my app. So I have this spreadsheet here where I've done this amortization schedule, and this is kind of my truth center. I'm kind of my own business owner, and I'm telling you this is what your numbers should look like. So you can see I've done one here where I'm not doing an extra payment here, and this is going to scroll all the way down, and and so right here is where it should start. So I should see $100 there, and that's why when I went over here, we did see on 120 that I got this right. It should start on 121. Let's see if that's correct on here. Yeah, it starts on 121. And so I kind of do it in Excel and get it working, and then I code it in JavaScript, and this is what provides me my numbers for my unit tests, that these things should equal to this and they should equal that. And so that's kind of more with that. I'll make another video where I talk about unit tests and I go more into that. But right now, I'm showing you all my warts. This is in production. Please, 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 please look at me in my eyes. Please leave me some feedback, constructive criticism. Your criticism should be you can't say constructive criticism, right? And so I tell people this all the time. Don't piss down my back and tell me it's raining. I don't need to tell you how great I am. Oh, Michael, that's awesome. That looks good. I need you to say, yeah, I think you could do better. Push me, challenge me. I'm not looking for accolades. I need to learn to say that better too. I'm looking for real information so I can make a change, so I can make this successful. I show you all my warts and flaws and defects because I want you to see the process of how software development works. And my thought process is put it out there, let people use it, get some feedback, and then prioritize that feedback and fix it. Your users will tell you what's wrong. You'll find out from what your users tell me. And that means I need to figure out by Google Analytics, I might need to put a heat map on this, and we'll get to that. So this is Michael, the Profit Dreamer. Obviously, you can check me out at app.profitdreamer.com. You can also check me out at blog.profitdreamer.com. And every time I show this, I realize my certificate is expired. And so let's put this now. Fix certificate on blog profitdreamer.com subdomain. So I don't know what's going on with that. So we'll get that fixed because this should show us secure. Let's check out profitdreamer.com, which is just going to reroute us there. Yeah, it's not secure. So I'll get that fixed, hopefully. I say that. It's on my priority list, so it's got to get done first. So anyway, this is Michael at profitdreamer.com. Please check me out. Leave some comments down below. Tell me what I could be doing better. Don't tell me what I'm doing great. Well, tell me what I'm doing great because I still want to do those things, but tell me what I could do better. And leave comments down below. Um, Next Saturday, I'll reprioritize my whole to-do list. The goal is always getting prod. I love you all. I want to thank Mr. Paul. You know who you are, Mr. Paul O, for the feedback. I want to thank Mr. Tim W for the feedback that I needed to add, you know, 3 digits on this interest rate. And so we're going to make it better. I'm hoping next time to be able to show you some charts. Um, I love you. I'll see you later.